Shalom. Happy Sabbath. All right, let's continue. Outer Limits. This is season 7, episode 19. The tipping point. It's about a computer hacker fights the development of a universal computer language. When the computers seem to becoming sentient and a threat to humanity. Yeah, technology is a form of witchcraft. It's a weapon that has been used against the Most High's chosen people, the children of Israel, and also the entire world, because they use that as a mechanism to control the minds by hacking our brains and the neurological system. So therefore, Slakia, they would implement their agendas. All right. So check out that episode. That's a good episode because the computers now, it's not no more the basic computers. Now the computers is in our hands now. And so eventually they're gonna put it in chips into our brain. So when you check this out, you're gonna see more and more. And the reason why you need to watch these episodes is for edifications, because to put everything in a perspective of understanding of the game that Satan and the fallen angels and these demons are running. And their goal is to use technology to take our minds away from the Most High. And prior to the flood, the world society was way more advanced compared to ours. So the same thing you're seeing was going on now, it was like that prior to the flood. Their technology was way, way more advanced than ours. And that's why Yeshaya said before he returned, just like in the days of Noah, the Son of Man shall appear. So technology has been used to destroy mankind. And their main goal is to collect the souls. They are soul collectors. They take the mind by installing their agendas to weaken your spirit and to eventually take the soul. And eventually, they're going to use their globalized military power, the United Nations, to enforce every woman, man, and child to take the chip. And if you don't take the chip with those 20,000 guillotines that Barack Obama authorized, they're going to use those to cut off our fucking heads off. I got to get technical so you can understand where I'm coming from. Like old dirty bastard said before he died, it ain't time for no games no more. This is real. This is reality. And people are falling asleep because they figure, okay, Joe Biden, he's in the office whole time. We can go out here. We can do whatever we want to do. That's the spirit of being asleep. You got to be sober-minded. You got to be a watchman. You know what I'm saying? You got to spread the word. And even if that individual particularly don't want to listen to you or don't want to hearken or believe, don't get mad. Because as time goes, some of those people, eventually, they're going to remember you were the one that told them these things. And it's going to be like a puzzle. So you did your part. You just add a puzzle into their journey. And some people, they're going to be strong in the beginning and eventually they're going to fall off. And some people, they're going to seem like, oh, that person may not make it, but eventually they going to be the ones that's going to endure at the end. You understand? So let's go to the next episode. This is season 7, episode 21, the human factor. It says in the year 2084, humans fight an android, Woe's artificial intelligence has determined humans must no longer be allowed to spread colonies throughout space. So androids, notice the phone, androids, ain't nothing new under the sun. So we are warned against machines. And that's why you have something called the info wars. If you were to tell people deep things, you will be condemned by the society and you will lose your life. And many throughout this entire time, from Adam all the way up, died for their belief in the Most High. And many of us gonna get our heads cut off for this truth. Some of us gonna be in the wilderness to escape that vicious persecution. The wilderness is in the modern day Mount Sinai. So Lord willing, hopefully I'll be able to go in much more depth into that. But that is the war, the info wars. Is to collect data on us and use it against us, which is called the Skynet wars, the artificial intelligence. The Edomites, the progenitor of the so-called Caucasian white race, especially the top elites, depending the seed of their fathers. Because remember, we have Israelites that are scattered across these so-called white people. So some of these so-called white people, they are Israelites, depending on the lineage of their fathers. But how can we tell? It's through the spirit. You understand? But the super elite Caucasian race, without a shadow of doubt, are the children of Edom. And the Most High hate them as a nation because they have made their alliance with Satan and the fallen angels to war against the children of Israel. And the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And that's Job 9:24. And their goal is to go up in space to war against our Mashiach, the Messiah. So that tells me I ain't shit to these people. That's some bold demonic shit to go to war against the Son of Man, the Son of God. So therefore, we are enemies to these motherfuckers. And they don't even give a damn about their own people. So check out this episode. So that's their goal, is to go into space colonies. And a matter of fact, I heard this Nas song years ago where Nas said, as I paraphrase, picture colonies and civilizations on Mars. I mean, on the moon. I'm like, damn. So all these movies coming out now, Star Trek, Star Wars, and all that, is wars in the heavenly realms. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual realms. So you think warring on the block is a big thing? Nah. You got the good angels, the bad angels. They warring against each other. Satan warring against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a war going on. It's a war for souls, man. It's about collecting souls. And the Lord gave us a book, Isaiah 34:16, the book of life. So we had to study and prove ourselves to give us the strength, because we in these weak ass bodies. We want immortality. We want resurrection. We want to be able to sit and be crowned and rule with our brother Yeshua, and to judge all the nations. And also we're going to be able to judge the angels. You understand? And these demons, they know that their time is running out. And they're going to go all the way out. And yes, there are giants and creatures that are appearing all over. And more sightings going to be at a very all-time high. And you're going to have men that's going to be fainting, crying, shaking. And the woman is going to see that these men, which are already programmed to be feminine, they're going to lose it. So Isaiah 13:12 said, as I paraphrase, the Lord going to make the men like gold. So in that day, these men, the 144,000, going to be thumping and knocking shit down. These going to be your superheroes. These going to be the men that the Lord is going to put the seal on to handle their business. Now, the next episode we're going to go into is season 7, episode 21. No, Salaki already went over that. This is season 3, episode 2. A mentally impaired janitor, Carl, is befriended by his employer, Dr. Valerian, a brilliant scientist who is dying of cancer. The older man decides that his various talents should not be. I'm going to stop there. But when you check this out, it's pretty much, it's a good episode. But the objective of the reason why you need to watch this episode is to teach you how these scientists are receiving so much knowledge from these fallen angels. What I'm telling you, that's not what's going on in the episode, but I'm just getting you an understanding why you need to watch this episode, because scientists are so obsessed with the mind, because these scientists are set up by Satan. Satan create these institutions and to recruit these men and women to teach them how to become scientists. And their main objective is to learn how the brain works. For example, when Junior Seau, the ex-football player for the San Diego Chargers, when he had committed suicide, the scientists went and got his brain because they wanted to examine their brain. These sick motherfuckers, man. So when you check it out, man, it shows you that this man that has difficulties of learning and all that, you just gotta see it. The man is gifted. But just to tell you about the brain, that's why Satan knew in order to get Eve to sin, to go against the Lord, is the mind. Because see, for example, when the children of Israel, when we was in the wilderness, our forefathers, why they were in the wilderness for 40 years? Because their mindset. You understand? So when you put the hand on the plow, you can't turn back. We have to look forward. So if your mindset is becoming infatuated with the old man ways, you're going to die in Babylon. You understand? So we have to come out of this great Babylonian concept mentally, physically, and for sure spiritually. So stay tuned for the next video. Happy Sabbath. Shalom.